The Andy Griffith Show, a timeless and beloved classic of American television, is renowned for its heartwarming portrayal of small-town life in the fictional town of Mayberry, North Carolina. A defining aspect of the show's charm and uniqueness is the deliberate absence of Opie Taylor's mother, a character never featured or really even mentioned throughout the series. In this video, we'll take a look at why, as well as some other secret facts about the show. Join Facts First as we present why Opie's mother was never mentioned on The Andy Griffith Show. Opie's mom. Opie Taylor's mother, a notable absence on The Andy Griffith Show, is an interesting aspect of the show's backstory that has piqued the curiosity of fans for many years. The absence of Opie's mom was a deliberate creative choice made by the show's producers, and it played a role in shaping the dynamic of the show. It aired from 1960 to 68 and revolved around the lives and interactions of the townspeople of Mayberry. Andy Griffith portrayed Sheriff Andy Taylor, and Ron Howard played his young son Opie. While Opie's father, Andy, was a central character, Opie's mother was never shown, and very little was mentioned about her throughout the series. There are a few reasons. One, the focus on the father-son relationship. One of the show's core themes was the relationship between Andy and Opie. By not including a mother figure, the show could delve deeper into the father-son dynamic. This allowed for meaningful and heartwarming moments between Andy and Opie as they navigated life's challenges together, simplifying the story. The Andy Griffith Show was known for its simplicity and wholesome storytelling. Introducing a mother character might have added complexity to the family dynamic and detracted from the show's straightforward approach, allowing viewers to fill in the blanks. By leaving Opie's mother off-screen and unmentioned, the show allowed viewers to use their imaginations and project their own ideas about her. This created a sense of engagement and connection with the show. Real-life considerations. Ron Howard had lost his own mother at a young age, and this may have influenced the decision to keep Opie's mother out of the storyline. It allowed Howard to channel his experiences into his character's emotions and experiences. While Opie's mom wasn't a part of the show's cast, her absence became an intriguing aspect of the show. Technically, she was mentioned. Another interesting element is the fact that there was a mention of Opie's mom in the pilot episode that aired on The Danny Thomas Show. In it, Opie heads to the Mayberry jail to talk to his dad. He tells Andy that Mrs. Balford, a local, had stepped on his pet turtle by accident, and he wants Andy to arrest her. In classic Andy fashion, he calmly talks sense into Opie, saying, quote, "She didn't mean it. I suspect it was just Wilford's turn to go. And we all have to learn to live with our sorrows, boy. I learned that when you were just a little speck of a baby when I lost your ma, just like you lost Wilford here." Of course, they weren't about to leave that moment hanging with sorrow for too long, so Opie responds with a hilarious, "You did? Who stepped on ma?" Now let's get into some other secrets of the show. Character origins. Andy Griffith's character, Andy Taylor, had an interesting origin. As I mentioned, he was first introduced in a 1960 episode of The Danny Thomas Show titled Danny Meets Andy Griffith. In the episode, Andy played a small-town sheriff who arrests Danny Williams, played by Danny Thomas, for running a stop sign. This guest appearance served as a pilot episode of sorts for The Andy Griffith Show, which debuted later that year. The success of the crossover episode led to the creation of the spin-off series centered around Andy Taylor and the fictional town of Mayberry. Barney Fife's real name. Don Knotts, who played the lovable but bumbling deputy Barney Fife, was initially hired for a single season. The character was supposed to be a temporary addition to the cast, but his portrayal of Barney was so incredibly popular, he became an integral part of the show, staying on for 5 seasons. Barney Fife's quirky and endearing personality, along with Knotts' impeccable comedic timing, contributed significantly to the show's success. It's hard to imagine The Andy Griffith Show without Barney Fife. Andy's Sheriff's Office. The setting for the Mayberry Sheriff's Office was an interesting combination of real locations and studio sets. The exterior shots of the courthouse where Andy and Barney worked were filmed on the Universal Studios backlot. This gave the show an authentic small-town feel. But the interior scenes, including those inside the sheriff's office and jail cells, were filmed on a soundstage at Desilu Studios. The blend of real and studio locations helped create the charming, timeless appeal of Mayberry. Aunt Bee's cooking. Frances Bavier, who played Aunt Bee, had an interesting relationship with cooking in real life. Despite her character's reputation as an excellent cook, she was not particularly fond of cooking herself. She had limited culinary skills and had to pretend to prepare meals for the show. In one memorable episode called Aunt Bee's Invisible Friend, her character's struggle with cooking was humorously depicted. But despite her personal feelings towards cooking, Aunt Bee's culinary mishaps provided comedic moments on the show and contributed to her character's endearing charm. Ron Howard's childhood. Ron, who played Opie, was only 6 years old when he began his role on the show. His portrayal of Opie was notable for its naturalness and innocence, which endeared him to viewers. His real-life father, Rance Howard, also made appearances on the show in various roles. The father-son dynamic between Opie and Andy was mirrored in real life, adding an extra layer of authenticity to the on-screen relationship. Mayberry's location. Mayberry is often associated with North Carolina, but the show intentionally left the town's exact location vague. While it was implied to be in North Carolina, the series never specified its precise location within the state. This deliberate ambiguity allowed viewers from various regions in the state to identify with the show and made Mayberry a symbol of small-town America. The show's creators wanted to capture the essence of a quintessential American town without tying it to a specific geographical location. Mayberry's inspiration. The idyllic town drew inspiration from Andy's own hometown of Mount Airy, North Carolina. Mount Airy is often referred to as the real Mayberry because it shares many similarities with the fictional Mayberry portrayed in the show. Andy's upbringing in Mount Airy influenced his portrayal of Sheriff Andy Taylor and the town's warm, friendly atmosphere. Today, Mount Airy fully embraces its connection to the show, and it's become a tourist destination for fans of the series. Visitors can explore various landmarks and attractions that pay homage to the show, including the Andy Griffith Museum and a replica of the Mayberry Courthouse. Andy's whistling. The iconic theme song, titled The Fishin' Hole, is instantly recognizable for its catchy whistling tune. What makes it even more special is that it was whistled by Andy Griffith himself. The melody perfectly captures the lighthearted and folksy tone of the series, setting the stage for the heartwarming stories that followed. Gomer Pyle. Jim Neighbors, who played the lovable gas station attendant Gomer Pyle, was also initially introduced as a one-episode character. He made his first appearance in the third season's The Manhunt episode, but his character's popularity led to a change in plans. Gomer's endearing catchphrases like golly and Shazam resonated with audiences, and he quickly became a fan favorite. This popularity eventually resulted in the spin-off series Gomer Pyle USMC. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know any of these secrets about the show? Let us know in the comments section below.